Sorry for the technical difficulties. A bit of a late start here for some PSCL action. We've got the Blue Sox and the Rush today. Blue Sox, the home team, against the Rush in the light blues. And immediately the Blue Sox get a 1-1 count against Hunter Anderson for the Rush, the center fielder. That pitch misses low for ball 2. Hunter Anderson facing off against Jacob Grasner. Grasner with the defense behind him. Mathieson in left, Cepeda in center. Anderson squares up to bunt. Misses that for a strike. Buford in right. Gonzalez and Ramos up the middle. Swinder at third. I'm sorry, Switter at first. At third is Isaac Rodriguez. So that pitch by Glasner misses the zone. 3-2 count, full count here. Just coming off of a really exciting game between the A's and the Bombers. A's this morning. That pitch is lined up the middle for the first hit of the game. A's this morning were down 1-0 going into the 5th inning and then put up 6 runs. Chased the starter, Maciel, and they ended up running home with that 6-1 win. Stephen Buxton joined by E.J. Sanchez here. And again, it's some more PSCL play. Game number 2 here at the stadium. First pitch to Colin McCormick, foul down the right field line.
Yeah, Steven, this should be a fun one. Yeah, Steven, this should be a fun one between these two teams. Both of these teams looked at as, teams that can be sneaky when it comes to making a run in the PSCL championships. Both the Blue Sox and the Rush winning their previous games, so something's got to give between these two, and it'll be interesting to see how this shakes out as we progress through this game.
0-1 pitch catches the zone for strike 2. Colin McCormick, the second baseman for the Rush. He'll be followed by Alan Serna, Nathan Cunningham playing at short, Kyle Palmer in left, Derek Ball at first. Santiago Duarte, 0-2 pitch, misses for ball 1. Santiago Duarte, Solly Wenner, Nehemiah House and Daniel Quadis round out the lineup for the Rush. 1-2 pitch. Chopper to second, throw down from short to third or to first. That's a double play. Quick 4-6-3 for the Blue Sox and 2 outs here in the first.
That double play really starts with the exchange from Ramos to Gonzalez, and Ramos does a good job of getting the ball out of his glove quickly and a little sidearm throw, and coming across the bag, you can't do it much better than they just did it. Gonzalez with a strong throw over to first. Pitcher's best friend, the twin killing. It's a good start here for Glasner.
Glasner's first pitch lined up the middle. Diving attempt by Gonzalez, can't get there. And we've got a second hit of the inning for the Rush. Alan Serna with a single.
Serna doing what you should do at this point when you're a 3-hole hitter and there's nobody on base. You're allowed to be aggressive. You don't need to have the pressure of runners on. In this situation, you can just look for a pitch up in the zone, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it right there, using the big part of the field and driving it up the middle for a base hit with 2 outs.
Nathan Cunningham, the righty, comes up to the plate. First pitch, foul down the right field line. Rush coming off of a 9-3 win against the Bombers. Solid season so far, and it's really been a potent lineup. Hoping to continue much of the same today. They lost a game against the Coyotes on Monday, though. So that second pitch gets by Orozco behind the plate. Serna's going to take second there on the wild pitch. 1-1 count here to Nathan Cunningham. Cunningham out of Wayne State. 6'2", 205. Big hitter from the right side who drives that one down the right field line, and that's going to curve foul. Oh, 2 count from Glasner, who's worked pretty quick so far this inning. Controlling pace pretty well, keeping on his terms. But he's got a runner on second. It's Alan Serna, who's running. But that's going to go for a third strike. Throw down to first gets him in time. A strikeout for Glasner. Allows a couple hits, but nothing more. Blue Sox managed to put up a 0 in the first, and they'll come up to hit. We'll be right back on the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Scoreless ball game here in Palm Springs. Again, Blue Sox versus the Rush. Blue Sox managed to put up a 0 in the first frame. Couple hits, but a strikeout and a double play kept them scoreless. Now the Rush come back up, or the Rush take the field with Anthony Sanchez out of Viterbo University. He'll face off against the top of the Blue Sox lineup. Anthony Mathieson, Javen Baxa, and Ethan Switter to start the game. Mathieson playing in left field, fouls off the first pitch. Anthony Sanchez out of Fontana, California. Had a tough year at Viterbo, 5.23 ERA. Since that 0-1 pitch, in for a strike. It's 0-2 now. 57 earned runs in 98 innings. Struck out 88. And that's a chopper to short. Throw down to first. Gets him in time. 6-3 put out for the first out of the game for the Rush. Blue Sox send Javen Baxa up, their extra hitter.
For good reason, Baxa batting atop this order for the Blue Sox today. Has a hit in 5 out of his 6 games on the young summer for the Blue Sox. Small sample size, but still, Stephen, batting .667.
Baxa watches a first pitch curveball hit the zone, strike one.
Most recently against that win against the A's, went 1 for 3 with a run scored.
Baxa uncommitted, but again, he's hitting .667 on the season and swings right through that breaking ball.
And exactly, isn't that why we're here, Stephen? To see the reps that you can get and all the improvements that you can make, and that's why people come to the PSCL, to get those reps in a competitive environment here in Palm Springs.
Again, we play games every day here in the morning. They've got the backfield game going on right now. 0-2 pitch. Couldn't get the call right there. Cuetas tries to frame it in there, but it's wide outside 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Inside and low. Ball 2.
Fastball riding in at 86, so a little more giddy up on the fastball from Sanchez than we've seen from a lot of guys throughout the summer.
2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. First strikeout of the game for Anthony Sanchez. Just blew the fastball right by him.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, Steven. He tries to set up early with the off-speed, then he comes back and goes back-to-back fastballs. And in this situation, all that is daring the opposing hitter to catch up with it. And Sanchez able to win that battle against Baxa to send up the 3-hole hitter.
Ethan Swindler. Swindler, the catcher, usually behind the dish, now at first base today, swings through the first pitch. It's 0-1. 0-1 pitch just misses the zone outside.
What a ball game Swindler had for himself yesterday. 2 for 2. And it's not your typical 2 for 2. He had a double and a home run for the Blue Sox.
Fouls off the 1-1 pitch. Double and a home run, and overall in the season, hitting right around 500, 455. And that slugging percentage is way up there. 1.182, you don't ever see that. Chopper to short, and bobbled right there, gets by McCormick. Looks like that is going to be an error.
And it's a play that you know that McCormick has made 1,000 times before. He ranges over it, but what's so tough about those balls, Steven, is that the extra bend in the knee that you have to get all the way down to field that short hop, and it just doesn't look like McCormick got low enough, and now Sanchez has to deal with some traffic in his first inning.
McCormick can't get that slow roller that allows Swindler to get on first and brings up David Orozco, the catcher for today. Orozco shoots that one down the right field line, foul. Out of Golden West College. Yesterday had 3 at-bats, 2 runs, 2 hits, couple of singles, drove in a run. And after starting the year without a hit through the first 3 games, gets that average up. Fouls back that second pitch. It's 0-2.
Another advantage of being able to play every day is that, you know, the cliche goes, oh, there's a game the next day. But in summer ball, sometimes it's maybe a couple times a week. You hit a weekend series. The PSCL legitimately 6 days a week with a 1 off day mixed in. So you really are going to get your opportunities in bunches.
He gets to have a short memory here as the 0-2 pitch is flown down the right field line, chasing after at his house. And that one goes past the bullpen, foul again.
Sanchez really riding with his fastball again at 86, so it looks like he's going to sit there all day. I wouldn't be surprised towards the end of the game if he's trying to empty the tank, could run up to an 87 or an 88.
One of the harder throwers in this PSCL, the southpaw. Again, out of Viterbo. Freshman from Fontana. That one's fouled back, and we'll do it again.
The fastball is all well and good, but at some point, Sanchez will have to establish one of these off-speed pitches to keep him off his fastball. This Blue Sox team is too good if you allow them to key in on a fastball. So he's been good in the first inning, but it'll be interesting to see how his plan changes as the afternoon progresses.
Orozco waiting for the 0-2 pitch from Sanchez. Orozco washes that one right down the middle. Anthony Sanchez gets 2 strikeouts, and the Blue Sox go down. No runs through the first inning. We'll be back for the second at the PSCL Broadcasting Network.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
It's a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family-oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet, discovering our history, experiencing our scenic trails, getting that perfect souvenir. Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Welcome back. Second inning here in the desert. Here at Palm Springs Stadium, Blue Sox and the Rush. Rush coming up to hit. It'll be Sky Palmer, Derek Ball, and Santiago Duarte due up. Facing off against another southpaw on the mound, Jacob Glasner. Glasner, local kid out of College of the Desert. And through his first start this year, he's sporting a 0 ERA. Went 3 innings against the Colonials. That first pitch is second hit of the game for the Rush. Palmer gets a single over to left field.
He just ambushes a pitch in the middle of the field, and what he does so well is he pulls his hands in, and this isn't a pitch that you typically can do that with, and he's just able to pull his hands and send the barrel out towards left field with just enough on it to get things going here in the second for the Rush.
Got a couple more, the more powerful arms in the PSCL here today with Glasner and Sanchez, both sitting in the mid to high 80s. Glasner's first pitch to Ball is in the dirt. It's ball 1. Derek Ball at first base today. Watches that 1-0 pitch for a strike. Ball, he's got a runner on first, Sky Palmer. Hoping to give the Rush an early lead here. Fouls that one into the stands.
You can almost play this game similar to, I hate to be melodramatic about it, Stephen, but almost like a playoff game. You know you have a good team out in front of you if you're the Rush, so you have to start thinking about potentially manufacturing runs. Again, only 7 innings, so each inning takes on more importance.
That chopper to short, diving play. There's not going to be a throw. Derek Ball hustling down the line for an infield single.
This is an outstanding stop on the backhanded dive by Michael Gonzalez, but really all he has to do in that situation exactly what he did. He even got a little more fancy with it. Instead of just pump faking the throw, he pump fakes it and still delivered it to Fred Ramos, hoping they could catch Sky Palmer slipping. But he stayed on the bag, and now you're in business if you're the Rush.
The Rush hoping to put an early run up. Santiago Duarte fouls that one back. Duarte at third base today. A 1 pitch from Glasner, who's been pounding the zone early on, gets another one for a strike.
It's almost a double-edged sword because, yes, you aren't walking people, you're getting ahead, but if you're almost too much around the zone, you can leave some pitches out over the middle of the plate, which is kind of demonstrated right now, already giving up 4 hits and 1+ innings.
Duarte, a two-way player out of Laney College, drives that one into left center field. Going back on it is Mathieson. That's going to drop in the gap. Cepeda's going to get that and come up throwing. 2 runners are going to score. I'm sorry, 1 run scores. Derek Ball gets the stop sign at third. Sky Palmer scores from second. And if that throw took any longer to come, Baller was on his horse and right on Sky Palmer's footsteps.
You know, for those wondering why Derek Ball wasn't able to score, he has to see that ball down. It's 2 completely different mindsets, whether you're on second or first there. On second, you have to make sure that you have an opportunity to tag. But if you're at first, you get out as far as he can allow you to. In that situation, he did, and it caused a little bit of a traffic jam that caused only 1 run to score in that situation. But still plenty of time here for Sully Winter.
1 run scores, Sully Winter, the extra hitter today, against Glasner with 2 on. Runners in second and third. Winter fouls that one down the right field line.
That's a big hit for Duarte in that situation because it's his first extra base hit of the summer as he's starting to come on for this Rush team.
Pitch from Glasner. Catches the top corner of the zone for a strike.
Winter, a California post-grad kid.
California post-grad, played at College of the Desert. Watches a ball, it's 1-2.
Riley Becker checking in again from Houston, Texas, and we had a lot of fans checking in on our YouTube live chat. We appreciated the back and forth, letting everybody know where they're listening from on the PSCL network.
Winter fouls that one down the line. Almost hits the dugout. 1-2, we'll do it again. For the outfielder out of Toronto. Again, played a year in the post-grad league. A lot of guys here have been in and around it. Coaches, players, staff. 1-2 pitch from Glasner. Outside, ball 2.
Took a little off at 75, did Glasner. Now he's trying to mix in some off-speed pitches now that he's starting to get a sense that these Rush hitters are keying in on that fastball.
2-2 pitch to Winter. Inside, I guess we had the count wrong. It was a full count, and there's a walk to load the bases. For Nehemiah House, right fielder for the Rush today. House out of Laney College as well. Watches a first pitch fastball for a ball.
You're playing with house money right now if you're Nehemiah House because, you know, you're batting 100 so far, but an opportunity with no outs, you have nothing to lose. Your team's already gotten one across. Now you can swing freely and just try to drive some runs in.
Nehemiah House fouls that one down the third base line. Coming off a win against the Haymakers, had a hit in there in 4 plate appearances. First hit of the year.
Through 2 on the backfield, the Colonials lead the Jacks 2-0, so that's a score we'll certainly keep our eyes on.
Nehemiah House, another one of the two-way players here in the PSCL. Almost gets hit by that one, has to get away. 2-1 count. Jacob Glasner hoping to get out of the jam. Bases loaded. Needs a strikeout here. Again, he's allowed 1 run. It's 1-0 Rush right now. Fourth pitch goes out of the zone. 3-1 count.
Jordan Winter checking in as well, and why we said that Colonials-Jacks game is of such importance. The Jacks, the only undefeated team left in the PSCL after the Bootleggers loss yesterday, but the Rush trailing by 2 games in the South Division at 4-2. So this game of early importance to this Rush team.
Glasner again with a 0 ERA so far. 3-1 pitch. Just above the zone, he walks in a run. Back-to-back walks, bases loaded. Derek Ball comes in. Rush are gifted a run right there. It's 2-0 Rush. Still no outs here in the second.
The same situation here for Daniel Quadras.
Quadras watches first pitch ball. Behind the plate for the Rush today. Quadras fouls that one back off the net. Out of Golden West College. Hit over 300 in his first season over there. Played at Warren High School from Linwood, California. And for a freshman, I mean, you couldn't ask for a much better season out of Quadras, who swings through that third pitch. It's 1-2 count.
Ignorance is bliss when you're a freshman at the collegiate level, Stephen, because you don't know any better. All you know is that in high school you had success, and very rarely do you go into college and think any different. You just know that you were good at it before, and you don't know what you don't know. It's a great freshman year.
It's a tough transition as Quadras drives that one into left field. 2 runs, 1 run scores. Stop sign at third base for Solly Wenner. He'll stay there, but Santiago Duarte comes in. Another RBI for the Rush. Base is still loaded. Runners go station to station. It's 3-0 here, still no outs.
A pitch up in the zone, as now there's going to be a mound visit for the Blue Sox, and I think it's a wise one with Reed Santos. There's just a lot of pitches being left up by Glasner. He's had success in the PSCL in his first start, but this is a tough situation to be in, still with no outs in the inning. But you also have to applaud the Rush's approach right now. They've taken their walks when they've been given them, and when Glasner's left pitches over the heart of the plate, they're not missing. And that's really the key to success if you want to have a good offense.
There's got to be a little bit more of comfort on that Blue Sox side, though, knowing that Reed Santos leading the helm. He's the pitching coach for the Power, pitching coach for College of the Desert, too, and what a great mind he is for those guys on the mound. First pitch to the leadoff man, Hunter Anderson. Had a single in the first. Got cut down on a fielder's choice. I'm sorry, in the double play. And he watches 2 balls go right by him. Again, 3-0 ball game here in Palm Springs. Rush on top of the Blue Sox, who are still looking there for their first out of the second inning. That ball is driven into right field. 1 run's going to score. Stop sign at third. Again, station to station, and it's 4-0.
Not only can you go up the middle and pull balls, that's a beautiful approach there for Hunter Anderson. He's not trying to do too much. 2 singles to start off his day. The Rush's approach right now, it's just tough to deal with if you're Glasner. They're not easy outs. They're not striking out. And you're just making a good case for yourself to carry this on throughout the rest of the game.
Anderson continues the rally. As that pitch is fouled down the right field line. Chasing after it is Swidler. Runs out of room. And it's a first pitch strike against Colin McCormick. Again, he grounded into that double play in the first inning. And how Jacob Glasner would hope for much of the same right here. Still in a hole, no outs, bases loaded. That pitch right up the middle, throw down to second, down to first. Can't get the double play there, fielder's choice. McCormick's going to be safe at first. Solly Wenner comes in to score, and it's 5-0. But the Blue Sox get the first out of the inning. Hunter Anderson out at second. Nehemiah House down to third. And Alan Serna coming up to hit. Watches a strike. It's 0-1. Alan Serna had that single in the first. Got to second base before Nathan Cunningham struck out. First ball of that bat in the dirt. Good job by Orozco to keep it in front of him.
Yeah, Charles Camper and Olympia Washington also checking in, and Mike Conti asking for an update on the Colonials Lumberjack game. Yes, it is 2-0 Colonials over on the backfield.
That pitch fouled into the seats. Might have hit the concession stand right there. It's 1-2 with 1 out. Runners on first and third. And Jacob Glasner hoping to pull a magic act here to try and get himself out with no more damage. Already down 5-0 here, and it's a 2-2 count.
Now with the 1 out, you open up the possibility of McCormick potentially running in this situation.
Alan Serna out of Grossmont. Watches that one in the dirt, and you said it, EJ. He was running on the pitch. McCormick takes second right there, and he's got 2 runners in scoring position now, Serna does.
Well, you stay out of the double play, and if you have a man in the 2 spot like McCormick who can run just a little bit, you up your chances of keeping this inning going.
That pitch misses the zone, and bases loaded. Again, another walk for Alan Serna, the PSCL returner. And that leads the way to Cunningham to come up again.
I would not be surprised if this is the last batter before we roll over the inning and keep this game going. The Rush have had an outstanding inning.
First pitch to Cunningham, down for a ball. Again, they will roll over the inning when it gets out of hand here in the PSCL for sake of pace of play, get everyone their at-bats, and get everyone out in a timely manner here in the mornings in Palm Springs. 1-0 pitch driven out to center. Chasing after it is Cepeda. He's got to go back, and that's going to bounce off the bottom of the wall. One run scores. Here comes 2 more. Scoring from first is Serna. And the Rush have blown it open with an 8-run second inning. And just like that, they're going to call it there. 8 runs for the Rush in the second inning. Blue Sox hoping to answer with Cepeda, Manessa, and Gonzalez coming up to lead off the bottom of the second. We'll be right back.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
An offensive explosion in the second inning. The Rush tag up Jacob Glasner for 8 innings off of 8 hits, couple walks, and overall just turned this game upside down early. Anthony Sanchez hoping to keep the good times rolling here in Palm Springs for the Rush, facing off against Anthony Cepeda to lead it off. Cepeda watches a first pitch ball, coming out of Feather River Community College. Went to McNary High School, graduated in 2023. Fouls that one back for a ball. It's one, or for a strike. It's 1-1. And over there, he was a hitting machine, had an on-base percentage over 400, led the team in stolen bases, all around a complete player. He's playing out in center field today. 1-1 pitch. Catches the bottom of the zone. It's strike 2.
These are just good locations right now from Sanchez, especially if you're in the lower part of the zone. It only makes it that much easier to set everything up.
Sanchez deals, and that one's down the left field line, foul. Sanchez, again, coming off that start against the A's. He won that one. It was an 8-2 game. Went 5 innings. Scoring a 1.80 ERA so far. 1-2 pitch goes outside for a ball. He allowed just 1 run, 4 hits. He struck out 8 and hoping to continue that here. 2-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat, over to short. That's caught. First out of the inning.
What Sanchez does here, Stephen, is since he's been so good with the fastball, when he takes a little bit off of it, it forces your knees to buckle as a hitter because you want to stay on those off-speed pitches as long as you can. And so in this situation, just trying to make something happen was Cepeda, and unfortunately he didn't get enough behind it, and it turned into an easy play for Cunningham.
One out here for Joshua Maness. Swings right through that fastball right there, and you played the game, you were behind the plate. Would you, if a guy with the fastball so good so early, are you just trying to hammer that pitch over and over again?
Absolutely.
That pitch is flown out to center. Going back on it's Anderson. That's going to get over his head. Almost rolls to the wall, picked it up on the warning track, and Joshua Maness has a stand-up double. Blue Sox getting in business early on.
To go back to our previous point, Stephen, absolutely that's what you're trying to do. Your first time through the order, you want to show as least amount of pitches as you can, because that sets up everything else for the first time, maybe second time through the order, or maybe even the third if he's able to get that far. If you're able to get through the first part of the order and throwing as minimal off speed as possible and still have success, that's definitely the route that you want to take there. But that's a nice swing from Maness, being able to put a barrel on a ball that was coming in with a little bit of spice on it.
Michael Gonzalez watches a first pitch ball. Out of L.A. Harbor College, a sophomore. Really a utility guy, plays all over the infield, spends some time in the outfield. Hitting .286 so far this season. Hitless in his last game, though. Watches that second pitch for a ball. 2-0.
It may seem odd to say, but this is a big run on second base if you're the Blue Sox right now, because it at least gives you some life to say you can chip away. There's plenty of time left in this ball game, but with 7 innings, you need to get to it quick.
2-0 pitch. Gonzalez watches the first strike. And for Anthony Sanchez, I mean, between him and Quadras, how do you come off that long inning and not just, relax a little? How do you keep the foot on the gas? After that 2-1 pitch misses for a ball, 3-1.
Well, the answer to that is depending on the pitcher, but at the same time, you're happy that you have an 8-run lead to work with. You can just fill up the zone, and that has to be the mentality. When you pitch with the lead, that just means being competitive in the zone and letting your defense work, not having to hunt strikeouts as much.
Sanchez, a little out of the zone right there, but gets a chase. It's 3-2.
Because that's really, at the end of the day, that's what pitch with the lead means. It doesn't mean walk guys. It doesn't mean give up hits. It means be competitive in the zone, go down with your best pitches, and there's no need to nibble, and there's no need to go with your finesse options. This is the point of the game where you can really just be who you are as a pitcher and pitch to your profile.
Full count, Rush up 8 with 1 out here in the second. And that catches the top corner, strike 3. Third strikeout of the day for Anthony Sanchez. Gets Michael Gonzalez looking. Here comes Isaac Rodriguez. Over on the hot corner for the Blue Sox. He's got a runner on, but 2 outs. Joshua Maness with the 1 hit for the Blue Sox. Rodriguez watches that one down Broadway for a strike.
The casual observer would ask why Gonzalez takes a fastball down the middle in that situation, but sometimes you stay on one pitch and, you just get frozen. That's part of what comes with being a hitter.
Second pitch just high. It's ball 1, 1-1. Isaac Rodriguez out of St. Catharines, one of really a lot of these guys in between the PSCL and the Power, hoping for new life here, hoping to find a new home with a handful of schools closed, and that pitch is well outside, 2 balls and 1 strike.
I think you're exactly right. For those that don't know, the unfortunate story of the University of St. Catharines closing its doors and obviously in turn shutting down the baseball program, and a lot of guys in these leagues, both with the Power and the PSCL, looking to find some new homes as he swings through strike 2. This is a chance where if you can put out some good tape, some good numbers, this is an opportunity for you to put yourself back on the map and have a second life in your college career.
Sanchez with a 2-2 count, 2 outs. Fastball fouled back off the net. Runner on second. Again, it's Joshua Maness. Had a double out to center field, hit it over Anderson's head. And for Isaac Rodriguez, 182 over at St. Catharines, hoping to change that up this summer. And right now, he could add the first run of the ball game, but he won't right there. Curveball right by him. Swings through that, couldn't get the timing, and Anthony Sanchez puts up another 0. We'll be right back. Kyle Palmer, Derek Ball, and Santiago Duarte due up for the rush.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
8-0 ball game here in Palm Springs. Rush on top of the Blue Sox and hoping to add some more here with Kyle Palmer leading off the inning. New pitcher on the mound. Jacob Glasner's day is over. Leo Tormina out of Consumnes River College. Had his freshman year over there and had a rough first outing against the Bootleggers. Hoping to change that up here as Palmer fouls that one back, and that one coming back towards us. EJ, we got a ball last game.
We did. As funny as it sounds, a ball with the garage door up here in the press box only half open. Still found a way to find us in here. I did wear it off the shoulder. I would like everybody to know across the airwaves that I did keep it in front of me. You know, the old catcher instincts flying in, and we were able to talk with Caden Head after the game, who hit the ball. He signed the ball. Everybody was all good. It was a good time.
Tormino with a quick 0-2 count. That ball's gets under Gonzalez. Diving attempt right there. Leadoff single for Kyle Palmer. And after Pretty slow throw getting up off of that. Cepeda didn't get it in early enough, and Sky Palmer, who was booking it out of the box with quick hustle double right there.
If you see him take his strides halfway through first, he never once thought about stopping. And if you see a slight bobble,
that ball's lifted in there, out to right field, coming in on it is Buford, battling the sun, able to haul it in. First out of the inning.
But that's the point I was making, is that there was never once a thought about stopping at first if you're Sky Palmer. And once he saw the slight bobble, or maybe even just a lackadaisical effort to get the ball in center field, he took that extra base. And in an 8-0 game, you have to admire that. I mean, you keep your foot on the gas and keep that aggression at its max. It sends a message to the other team.
It's an aggressive effort. He caught the Blue Sox sleeping. He caught me sleeping, too. As Santiago Duarte comes in. Had an RBI double in the second inning. Duarte, 1-0 pitch. Watches ball too high.
Duarte with that double in that 8-run second really started to kick things off for this team that brought in the first 2 runs.
2-0 pitch, lifted up in the air. Shallow right field. Going on it is Buford, who slides and makes the catch. Looked like Ramos didn't hear him calling him off for a second. Almost had a collision out there. But they avoid each other. Everyone's all right. Buford gets the ball for the second out of the inning. Pair of flyouts to 9. 2 outs, runner on second. Sky Palmer and Solly Wenner watches a first pitch strike right down the middle.
We saw Jordan Wenner checking in earlier. Everybody cheering on from around the country. We've even had some viewers in from Hawaii for Trezimoto in Game 1. Everybody finding a way to make their way into the broadcast.
A 1 pitch fouled off the back. Off the back netting for Solly Wenner again at the California Post-Grad League. .462 on base percentage so far this year. Watches that 0-2 pitch get inside for a ball. Looks like he's still looking for his first hit of the year. But he's managed to get a couple walks. And that one almost gets in on him. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Runner on second. Rush up big, 8-0. 8 runs, 8 hits. They have an error. But all the Blue Sox have right now is just 1 hit. 2-2 pitch well outside. It's a full count. Wenner walked in the second inning. Came around to score. And has a chance to do the same here. 3-2 pitch. Fouled back into the parking lot.
Really the big difference right now you've seen between Torino and Glasner is that he's forcing the action, forcing barrels to move, and, you know, you can live being knocked around. It's those walks that really were killer for Glasner.
That pitch scooped out in there, shallow center field again. Buford comes running in and gets it for the 3rd out. Buford accounts for all 3 outs of the inning, and after a leadoff double, the Rush go down quietly, and Blue Sox have some work to do. It's 8-0 here in Palm Springs. We'll be right back. Welcome back. 8-0 ball game here in Palm Springs. Game 2 of the doubleheader here at the stadium. Again, we've got the backfield game going on right now. And the Rush taking the field up 8 against the Blue Sox. Nehemiah House will hit next for the Rush after this inning right here. Fred Ramos leading it off for the Blue Sox. Hoping to put up their first run in the third inning. Anthony Sanchez on the mound, and it's been smooth sailing for him so far. Had a 1.8 ERA after 5 innings, 1 run in his first start. Pounds in a first pitch fastball for a strike right there, and so far since, it's been a lot of the same for the Rush. Again, up 8-0 after they exploded out the gates in the second inning.
Well, we've mentioned it a couple of times that if you give your pitcher an 8-run lead, he's going to pick up his pace because now he knows he doesn't have to be perfect and he can just settle into his command.
Sanchez gets the call for strike 2. 1-2 count against Fred Ramos, coming into the game hitting .333 on the year. Last game against the Bombers, had 1 plate appearance. Didn't get a hit, but he walked. That pitch down in the dirt, ball 2. Little check swing from Ramos. Little check down, and he gets the call right there. Goes from a 2-2 count to a 1-2. Or I'm sorry, that's a strikeout right there.
And just paint me a little surprised down the first base line. It's a left-handed batter, and we checked down to first, and the call was still made. So it must have been a dramatic swing, if you ask our first base umpire. So Sanchez benefiting from the fortuitous call that goes in his favor.
Just to tell you how differently this game has gone for the two teams, as Noah Buford gets that first pitch called for a strike. It's his first time hitting right now, and in the second inning, the Rush sent 11 hitters to the plate. Batted around there. It was 10 hitters. That got called after they only got 1 out, but they scored 8 and they rolled over the inning. Buford with a 1-1 count against Sanchez. And he's flailing right there. I'm sorry, we had the count wrong on the scoreboard. It's a strikeout there. Back-to-back Ks to start the inning.
This is a scary position to be in if you're a member of the Blue Sox, because now with the pace that we're able to go at, Sanchez has gotten them into his rhythm rather than the other way around, and has been able to do it mainly with just his fastball.
Another one right there. Catches the corner for a strike. 0-1 count to the leadoff man, Anthony Mathieson. Grounded out to short in his first at-bat. Swings right through another fastball right there.
Switching speeds, back-to-back pitches, and now if you take one and swing through one, if you're Matheson, now you really don't know what you're looking for, and you just have to play on your heels and hope for the best.
Matheson swings right through that. There's 3 strikeouts for Sanchez. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, Blue Sox. Another 0 for Sanchez, and we'll go to the top of the 4th inning. Rush up 8-0.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
I got it. 8-0 ball game here in the 4th inning. Rush over the Blue Sox. Again, thank you for joining us. Stephen Buxton joined by the Hall of Famer E.J. Sanchez out of Gateway Prep. So that first pitch to Nehemiah House just misses the foul line. It's going to be a strike. Could have had extra bases if it was a couple inches over. House 0-1 pitch goes for a strike, or for a ball.
You got to love the pace if you're the Blue Sox. Just trying to get back to the bat racks, and Tormina has certainly sped up the pace for this team.
Tormina gets House to foul off another pitch. It's 1-2. And for House, he's been struggling so far this year. Had a hit in his last game, but still getting on base. He walked earlier in this game. He flies that one out to right field. Going under it is Buford. He's had a busy day as he gets his 4th putout.
I was just going to say, Noah Buford, when you're on the schoolyard blacktop, you refer to him as a ball hog right now. Because right now, Tormina has made best friends with him. He's forced all of the action, but it also speaks to the swings that the Rush are taking. They're not 100% confident swings off the bat, and that's why you might find them just a little bit late or, just not picking up the ball as well as they were off of Glasner.
Buford accounting for the last 4 outs, all flyouts to right field, and that one got a piece of everyone. Got a piece of Orozco, got a piece of our home plate umpire. So that's a first pitch ball to Daniel Quadras. 1-0 pitch. Quadras swings right through the breaker. Out of Golden West College. Again, against the Haymakers, 3 at-bats, didn't get a hit, but he got hit twice. Watches that one roll in for a ball, almost hits the corner, though.
Through 5 complete down on our backfield for those interested. The Jacks 5 unanswered, and they lead the Colonials 5-2.
Quadras swings through his 2nd strike. Had a single in the 2nd. An RBI came around to score, but right now it's a 2-2 count. Strike 3. Breaking ball got him. Another strikeout for Leo Tormina, and he's been getting in a groove.
Just finding a pace. Regardless of stuff that you bring, whether on any given day, whether it's your A stuff or your D stuff, just going with pace can really make up for a lot of that.
2 outs here for Hunter Anderson, the leadoff man for the Rush. He's got 2 singles so far. Cut down a second both times, but he has an RBI. 3rd at-bat of the day here in the 4th inning. 0-1 pitch down in the dirt for a ball.
And that's not to say that Tormina has anything other than his A stuff right now. If you ask the Rush players, they would definitely agree that he has his A stuff.
It was looking like Jacob Glasner was going to have a solid inning as Anderson gets his 3rd hit of the day, taking a hard turnaround first. He'll think better of it. 3 singles on the day for Hunter Anderson, and it's only the 4th inning.
Well, you can tell that Hunter just has a really simple approach right now. He's not trying to do too much with these pitches that are elevated in the zone. All he's trying to do is find a barrel to a ball and see what happens after that. And the fact that he's spraying the ball around shows good things for his swing.
Colin McCormick 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Looking for his first hit. Grounded into a 4-6-3 double play. Had a fielder's choice, reached on that. And he's down 0-1. McCormick out of Wabash Valley College. Hitting over 500 already. 556, 692 on base, 667 slugging, a 1359 OPS. He's been tearing the cover off the ball. And throw down to second on Hunter Anderson. Gets him in time. Hunter Anderson thought he had second, but a late jump and a strong throw by Orozco gets him. McCormick will go back to hit in the fifth. But for right now, it's top of the fifth inning, or bottom of the fourth inning. Anthony Sanchez will go back out to the mound with an 8-0 lead.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Eight 8-0 ball game. Bottom of the fourth. Rush coming up, or Blue Sox coming up to hit. Anthony Sanchez and the Rush just cruising so far. Javen Baxa in on the plate. Watches a first pitch strike just get the corner. Baxa, victim of a strikeout in the first inning against Jacob Glasner. Watches a ball outside. Baxa hitting 667 on the year already. 700 on base percentage, coming off a game with a hit. And he drives that one out to right center field. Going back on it, Cepeda. And he dives and can't make the catch. Recovers, throws in, and it's a stand-up double for Javen Baxa. I'm sorry, that was Anderson going after that. But battling the sun on a warm, frankly, really nice summer day here in Palm Springs. Not a cloud in the sky and a lot cooler than it's been the last couple weeks.
Of course, and that was interesting by Anderson. He took off his hat. I don't know if he thinks it would have been a distraction, but it definitely slowed him down by maybe a step. Could have been the difference between him coming up with that ball.
Backs on second. Ethan Swidler reached on an error in the first. Comes up to hit. Again, Swidler reached on that error, but other than that, Jacob Glasner's first inning was fairly simple for him as Swidler drives that one out into center field. A lot easier play for Anderson. He'll haul that one in. First out of the inning. And up comes David Orozco.
A lot of side spin on that baseball, and that was why immediately Anderson started trailing in towards his right, but then just flipped open his hips like you're taught on your first day of outfield practice as a little kid, and then just retreated back to his left to make the play.
Orozco struck out in the first, but overall he's done good work behind the plate right now. First pitch, high, it's ball one. One out here in the fourth inning. Again, Javen Baxa led off with the double. Out to center field. Ethan Swidler flew out to center. And that throw back to second, no one's even close to the bag. McCormick just took that about 5 yards away. Almost not even necessary for Javen Baxa to dive back there. But he did out of instinct. Anthony Sanchez, second pitch, fouled off the net.
Those pick plays, a lot of the times it's really on the pitcher, and by the reaction by McCormick, you know that wasn't a design play that was on or anything. He just figured he was a little too far off the bag was Baxa. It's just a little tip for his catcher.
Sanchez 1-1 pitch, driven out into right field. That's going to get down and roll to the wall. Baxa's going to come in to score. Orozco's going to stand up at second, and it's an RBI double. Blue Sox get on the board.
I mean, simply, this is just a good approach. He stays on a pitch that is on the outside corner. He keeps his arm strong, gets his foot down in the ground, and when you're able to let those hands work, it turns into a really nice swing down the right field line. It was just 6 inches or so fair down the right field line, and things continue to start to pick up for the Blue Sox, though they need a lot more.
Blue Sox with their third hit of the day, second hit of the inning. 2 doubles, 3 doubles on the day, 2 in the inning. Javen Baxa and David Orozco just switch places, and now it's Anthony Cepeda up. Line out to shortstop in his first at-bat. Takes that 1-0 pitch for a strike. Fastball dead central, and he was looking for something else. 1-1 count. Anthony Sanchez, who's been cruising today, he's got 6 Ks on the day through 4 innings. And that one gets away from Quadras. Orozco's going to go to third, and EJ, are we going to say it as?
Unfortunately, by definition, that looks to be a pass ball on Daniel Quadras. Unfortunately, he's done a very good job behind the plate today, and just those inside pitches, whenever you think you're just good enough receiving it, it just runs a little more and it gets behind you.
2-1 pitch. Really, all 4 catchers we've seen today have done good. It's been a really well-fielded game. That one's high for a ball. It's 3-1. But again, whether it was Houston in the first game or Orozco and Quadras right now, I mean, it's been good work. 3-1 pitch, swung on and missed. And EJ, you got to appreciate that. It's a couple good quick games we've watched today. Great fielding all around. And right now, Anthony Sanchez with a full count rides inside for a walk.
Energy has certainly started to pick up over on the visiting dugout in the Blue Sox. This isn't uncharted territory for them, Steven. Earlier in week 1, they were down to the bootleggers. They scored a ton of runs in the last inning and came up 90 feet short of tying the ball game. So this is not a team that's scared at all of potentially having to come back in the later innings.
Blue Sox, it's going to be an effort right here. Down 7. And Joshua Maness, the DH, has a double already. He had the first hit of the game for him. He's down 0-1 right now, but with runners on the corners. David Orozco had a double. Reached third on that pass ball. That one's fouled back. Anthony Cepeda, who just walked. And Joshua Maness hoping to just inch the Blue Sox closer after an 8-run second inning. No runs in the first, third, and fourth. Blue Sox, no runs for the first 3, and they have one here in the fourth. And Maness can't catch up with the heater right there. It's another strikeout for Anthony Sanchez.
His 8th of the day, and he goes back to what was working so well for him the first time through this lineup. Just goes back to the fastball and dares somebody to catch up with it, and that's when he's at his best, is when he can command the fastball.
Sanchez really in his first pressure spot here. Again, cruised through the first 3 innings. Just 1 hit. And he fires in a first pitch strike against Michael Gonzalez. Gonzalez at short. Struck out once in the second. down 0-1. Here in a 7-run ball game, and no throw down to second as Cepeda had a great jump there. Steals second uncontested. Nothing Quadras can do right there.
No, all he can do is exactly what he did, is pump fake it and hope that you can catch the lead runner Orozco sleeping at third. But he's a catcher. He understands in that situation there is only one thing to do. So it's executed all the way around with 2 in scoring position now.
A 1 pitch. Swings right through that. It's strike 2. And for Sanchez, it's been the fastball, it's been the breaking stuff. Everything's been working so far. He's been pounding the zone. But here he's got 2 runners in scoring position and 2 outs. It's an 0-2 count against Michael Gonzalez. Sanchez waiting for the sign, slowing it down a little here. Gonzalez takes time. Sanchez has been controlling the pace so far. It's been on his terms. He sped the Blue Sox up. He slowed them down, and Gonzalez gives him a little taste of his medicine. 0-2 pitch. Catches the corner, strike 3. 8th strikeout of the day for Anthony Sanchez. Allows 1 run, but gets through the rest of it pretty clean. It's to the top of the 5th inning here. Rush hoping to add on to a 7-run lead. We'll be right back.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service.
8-1 ball game here at Palm Springs Stadium. Beautiful morning. Leo Tormina in his 3rd inning of work. Top of the 5th inning. Rush coming up after they allowed the first run of the game. Blue Sox back-to-back doubles. Not back-to-back, but 2 doubles to start the 4th inning. And starting the 5th, a strike right there. Javen Baxa to lead it off. David Orozco switches places with him. But the Rush able to get out of that. That one's flown way up in there at short. Gonzalez can't come down with that one. Tricky play. Gonzalez battling the sun right there. Ball had a little bit of a tail coming down. And it looks like that's going to be an error on him. Colin McCormick goes to first. And Alan Serna coming up. He's got a walk. He's got a single in the first. Serna, slow chopper to short. And another error, bobbled it right there. Both runners are safe. Serna at first, McCormick at second. And the Rush, if they needed more help, they get it here.
Yeah, nightmarish start to this inning for Gonzalez. He's played a very good infield, especially at shortstop today, and he's just 2 plays that don't come up his way. The fly ball is tough because you're battling the sun and also battling potentially another player. That one, he's just trying to be too quick and make the play before it's there.
Nathan Cunningham swings through a first pitch fastball. It's strike 1.
Still 5-2 Jacks as they lead the Colonials in the 6th inning back on the turf field.
Again, 8-1 here. Rush over the Blue Sox. Cunningham, a little excited there, swings at a pitch way out of the zone. 0-2 count. Tormina ahead of Cunningham. 2 on for the Rush. Cunningham gets a piece of that. He'll stay alive. It's 0-2. And Tormina, after the wheels fell off for Glasner, he's done a solid job so far. Hasn't allowed a run yet, just a couple of hits, and he's really kept the pace going for the Blue Sox. 0-2 pitch up at the head, back pick down to first, gets him in time. Orozco with a strong throw down to get Alan Serna leaning. What a play by the catcher.
My goodness, and it's a timed play that comes back. What's important is that Swidler gets back and gets the tag on him, but it was just a clean exchange all the way through. A beautiful throw by David Orozco.
0-2 pitch, 1 out. That pitch is flown out to center field. Cepeda will camp under it. 2 outs here for the Blue Sox.
And how huge is that? Now instead of runners on first and second with no outs, in the blink of an eye, now you have 2 outs, and you're starting to navigate through the middle of this order. So it's the important thing if you're a catcher in that situation, always looking for outs.
2 outs. Colin McCormick on second. Again, he reached on an error by Gonzalez. Alan Serna followed that one up with another error. Both reached. Alan Serna just got picked off, and Kyle Palmer, he's 2 for 2 on the day. First pitch breaking ball, catches the outside corner. Strike 1 on Palmer. 0-1 count, 2 outs. Rush up 7. Palmer, little blooper out into center field. Cepeda, no big deal. He'll camp under that, and it's pretty quick inning for the Blue Sox. They put up another 0, and they'll come back out to hit. Anthony Sanchez and the Rush trying to just cruise home to another win. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 5th.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 5th here in Palm Springs. Rush up big. No runs in the first inning by either team, but again, an offensive outburst by the Rush. 8 runs. And they gave Anthony Sanchez all the support he could ask for and then some. He's back out for his 5th inning of work. And he'll face off against 8, 9, and 10 for this Blue Sox lineup. Isaac Rodriguez, the third baseman, struck out in the 2nd inning. And watches a first pitch ball right there. 1-0 pitch. Fouled into the net again. Sanchez struck out, but he's one of many for Rodriguez struck out, but one of many for Sanchez. He has 8 on the day. Struck out Rodriguez, struck out Ramos, struck out Buford for the bottom of the lineup. And right now he falls behind 2-1. Fastball driven out into shallow right field. Camping under it is McCormick. He'll take that for the first out of the inning. Fred Ramos hoping to change things up here. Struck out in the 3rd inning to lead it off. Second batter here. And we'll have some lefty-lefty action. No runners on, 1 out here in the 5th. Rush up 8-1. Blue Sox got some work to do in the last 3 innings.
Not only has, Sanchez gotten some strikeouts, but also he's trying to hunt soft contact, which sometimes is just as good.
Some more soft contact out there. That one's lifted way up into right field. House will take that one. Second out of the inning. And here comes Noah Buford, who's been busy today.
Yeah, busy defensively, but he's also gotten busy offensively in this season and made everybody in the stadium and throughout the organization building put them on notice with a home run that he hit on this field just a couple of days ago out of Mississippi Valley State.
Noah Buford struck out in the 3rd inning. It seems like every other at-bat, he's been taking it for an out. Chopper down the right or 3rd baseline. That's going to go foul. It's an 0-1. 0-1, 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Again, Anthony Sanchez has been the story of the game as he fires a fastball right past Buford. Sanchez has 8 strikeouts through 4 innings. Hunting another one right here. Fastball outside, can't get the call.
And this could be his last inning. You do have action right now going in the Rush bullpen.
Noah Buford from Mississippi Valley State. Drives that one to shortstop. Throw down to first. In time, gets him 1-2-3 inning for Anthony Sanchez, and he's through 5 shutout innings, or 5 one-run innings, I'm sorry. Blue Sox will go back out to the field, rush out for the 6th inning, trying to add to a 7-run lead. We'll be right back here in Palm Springs.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Top of the 6th here in Palm Springs. New pitcher on the mound, Trevor Morgan. Leo Tormina, after 3 solid innings, done for the day. And that first pitch, little blooper, single out into right field. Derek Ball with his second hit of the afternoon. Leads it off, single to right field, and here comes Santiago Duarte. Had a RBI double in the second inning. Flew out to right field, and he's in to face Trevor Morgan out of Grossmont College. 2 appearances so far this season. 6.75 ERA, but that's all on his first one. Off the hands into right field, going foul. That first appearance, 3 1/3 against the Bootleggers. 18 batters faced, 7 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. Walked 3, struck out 1, but his last appearance saw the Bootleggers again. 2 innings, faced the minimum, no hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts. And he'll throw down. Nothing there. Derek Ball safe. And it's an 0-1 count to Santiago Duarte. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Looks like we've got a switch. That one's lined out into center field. Runners are going to go ahead 90 feet. Back-to-back singles to lead off the 6th inning. Here comes Solly Wenner. 0 for 1 so far. Reached on a walk in the second inning. Flew out to right in the third. But he scored off that walk. The extra hitter looking for his first hit of the day. Wenner facing off against Morgan with 2 on. Swings right through a first pitch fastball. Wenner still without a hit this year. Has a couple walks in 4 and 5 games. Watches another ball.
Doesn't take much to get things going, Steven. It just takes that one ball that squeaks through, or just seeing something good happen for you could just mean the difference between getting off the schneid and having a good rest of the summer.
1-1 count. Catches the corner inside, strike 2. Good breaker there by Trevor Morgan. And again, we saw it doesn't take a lot. Glasner was looking like he was going to have a solid outing, and then after a couple hits in the second inning, it all fell apart. 1-2 pitch. Just high, ball 2. Morgan out of Spring Valley, California, out of San Diego. Went to Helix High School, now at Grossmont College. Fires the fastball in, gets the corner, gets the call. First strikeout of the day.
I mean, there's really nothing you can do there. It's a freeze pitch that just buckles the knees of Wenner. And it just forces the issue. You have to keep things going like this exactly if you are Morgan.
Down goes Solly Wenner. Up comes Nehemiah House, right fielder for the Rush. He walked in the second inning and again flew out to right field in the 4th. Here he is in the 6th with 2 on and 1 out. First pitch to House gets right between the legs of Orozco. Runners move ahead 90 feet.
This ball just skips a little more on Orozco than he's used to seeing. The turf on Palm Springs, the dirt on Palm Springs Stadium plays a lot quicker than most infields, and it's nothing for the state. It's just how it plays. So if you're a catcher and you read that, it's hard to stay down on that ball with how fast it's going to be moving.
1-0 pitch. Driven now, might get down in the gap, and it will. 2 runs are going to score here. First comes in ball, now Duarte, throw down, not in time. 2 RBI single for Nehemiah House. And the Rush are up 10-1.
Its ball isn't hit particularly hard, Steven, but what it is it just lifted just enough to where you have to send Buford and the newly entered Grieve in the outfield running. It's not about how hard you hit it sometimes, it's just about where it is. And he just gets a pitch that he can handle well enough to elevate, and it leads to more good things. And the Rush are enjoying a nice day here at Palm Springs.
Again, you mentioned how it's just the difference of a couple small changes right there. If that ball keeps carrying maybe 15 feet more, I mean, it was slow enough that Buford or Cepeda could have got under it. It could have been a lazy fly ball, but instead it gets down into the gap. An 0-1 pitch driven into left field. Runners will go ahead 90 feet. And there's the fourth hit of the inning. Daniel Quadras with his second hit of the game, second single. We've got runners on first and second. One out here in the sixth. And Hunter Anderson, leadoff man for the Rush, back up. Watches the first pitch, just missed the zone. Actually, looks like there's been a change. Hunter Anderson looks like his day is done. Number 18 for the Rush now up. And he swings right through that pitch. It's Christian Angulo, another College of the Desert product. Anderson, after his 3-for-3 day, he's done. And Angulo with 2 on, 1 out here in the 6th inning. Rush up 9. Pitch from Morgan. In the dirt. Good block by Orozco.
It's a tough spot coming off the bench for Angulo, but the thing you can rest your hat on is the fact that your team has a 9-run lead, and this isn't a pressure situation. Now you can really just get your ace swing off.
2-1 pitch. Catches the corner. It's strike 2. It's got to feel a little bit better knowing that, hey, I mean, I might have not been ready, might have not been warmed up, but I'm coming out and the team's up big. I can just relax, and, hey, I've even got a runner in scoring position. 2-2 pitch. In the dirt, another good block by Orozco. Both catchers have been working hard today.
We talk so much about reps when you talk about the PSCL, Stephen, but even this is where you can take it into game situations. This is the BP round. You say, hey, get them in. You're looking for 2-out hits. This is where you can actually apply it in a game situation.
Full count to Angulo. Drives that one out into right field. Going back on it's Buford. And he's going to catch that on the run, tagging from second to third. That's Nehemiah House. He'll be on third base. Quadras is going to stay on first, but it's 2 outs here in the 6th inning.
Ball coming off the bat at 90 miles per hour as we have a signal for a pinch hitter for the Rush. And we really appreciate the fact that he checks in and he allows us to see the jersey number. So
Danny Martinez in for Colin McCormick.
A friend of the booth now is Danny Martinez.
Martinez with runners on the corners. First pitch from Morgan. Catches the corner, strike 1. McCormick reached twice, but 0 for 3 on the day officially. I think he'll feel a little bit better knowing that the Rush are in pretty good spot to go on and win another game. Martinez down 0-2 early against Morgan, who's been pounding the zone so far.
Another COD guy.
Morgan 0-2 pitch, high. Orozco had to get up for that one. Again, runners on the corners. Nehemiah House on third. Daniel Quadras on first. And the Rush up 9 right now. 1-2 pitch, and Morgan's going to take a second and check on Quadras. No throw, just got him back to first. Morgan deals. Off the hands. Slow roller to third. And that's a foul ball. Must have hit off the foot getting out of the box. Martinez out of College of the Desert, hitting .444 on the year. Had a couple hits in his last game, and he skies that one way up, just past the foul line, and coming in on it, Swidler's going to get the third out of the inning. 2-run score for the Rush. They're up 9. And the Blue Sox have 6 outs to play with if they want to come back. Rush up big 10-1. We'll be back for the bottom of the 6th.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning here in Palm Springs. Rush up 10-1. And the Blue Sox, they've got the top of their lineup, Anthony Mathiasen. 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. Hoping to change things right here against Anthony Sanchez, who's been absolutely dealing today. First pitch outside for a ball. Quadras wanted to pull that one back. Couldn't get the call. Mathias swings right through. Strike 1, 1-1 count.
He hasn't just been front running. What he's done is he's also worked himself out of trouble. That was a dangerous spot that he found himself in the 4th inning, and he gets a couple of strikeouts to get himself out of it.
1-1 pitch to Mathiasen. Can't catch up to the heater right there. Again, he struck out in this 3rd inning. Grounded out to short in the 1st. Down 1-2 against Sanchez with 8 Ks on the day. And making 9 right there. Struck him out looking. Fastball right down the middle. I'm sorry, that's 10 strikeouts right there. Through 5 1/3 here for Anthony Sanchez.
Fastball at 85.
Chopper to short. Long throw down to first. Gets him in time. We had a collision there. Javen Baxa running hard. Almost takes out first baseman right there.
It's important to note that there's no malicious intent there, Steven. Just bodies fly, and if a throw goes up the line, the first baseman has a duty to his defense to go out there and try and make a tab. And if you're Baxa, you have your duty to go down and put your head down and run down as fast as you can. And so just an unfortunate situation that led to a couple of guys going down, but it looks like both of them are okay, and we play on.
Yeah, thankfully Derek Ball's okay. It looks like he took the worst of it right there. Again, Baxa running hard down the line, and that ball just took Ball right into the path. But 0-1 count here, and it's Ethan Swidler. Reached on an error in the 1st, flew out to center field in the 4th. Here in the 6th with 2 outs. Watches another fastball for a strike. And for Sanchez, looking for 11 on the day. Could get another strikeout and Send the rush up for the top of the 7th as that ball is foul down the left field line.
Just makes it that much easier for the guy that you're going to turn it over to. And as of right now, it looks like it's another COD guy, Joseph Cook. He's the lone man in the bullpen right now for the Rush.
Sanchez 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball out of the hand, slipped, and tie for a ball. 2-2 count. 2 outs, no one on for the Blue Sox. Sanchez kicks and deals. Cut on, fouled into the glove. Quadras catches it. Sanchez, 11 strikeouts through 6 innings. Just 1 run, and the Rush, they'll go into the bottom of the 6th. Up 10, we'll be right back. Rush 3 defensive outs away from another win. Top of the 7th inning here in Palm Springs. The Rush against the Blue Sox, and it's been all Rush today, up 10-1. Morgan in for his 2nd inning of work against Easton Kretzer, who gets well under that, and quick fly out to beat in the foul territory. Couple of substitutions happening here. Easton Kretzer, he comes in. Alan Serna's day is done. After a hit, he's reached all 3 times. Scored once in the 2nd on a walk. But in comes Nathan Cunningham. Gets way under that. I'm sorry, that's another switch. Nathan Cunningham's done too. This is Caden Dawson out of College of the Desert.
You sensing a theme, Stephen?
A lot of COD guys here. A 1 pitch to Caden Dawson just outside. Sophomore over at COD, hitting .250 on the year. Had a couple hits in his first game, a hit in his second game, but hasn't got a hit since. And there he gets one right there. Single out to right field. Caden Dawson will take first base and leaves room for what should be Kyle Palmer. And it is
Will Dalton.
Will Dalton coming in. Another California post-grad guy. Will Dalton in. And he slams that one out into left field. Diving after it is Matthias, and he can't get it, and that ball's going to roll. First to third goes Easton Kretzer. And Will Dalton's going to end up with a stand-up double.
You know, you can't fault Anthony Mathieson for trying to make a play in left field, but he didn't get all too close to that. And you do want to show that you're giving some effort, and you applaud that. And there's another pinch hitter coming up here for the Rush.
Will Dalton on second. Leads the way for another pinch hitter. It's number 13, Alec Bautista. Another local guy here, a College of the Desert product. Bautista watches a first pitch strike. It's 0-1. One out here in the top of the 7th inning. Rush up 10-1. Most of that due to the eighth inning outburst. Second pitch fouled off back into the parking lot. Not low enough to get to us, EJ.
Not this time, as the backfield has gone final. The Jacks
stay undefeated.
6-3 over the Colonials today. We appreciate Cole Pavelio keeping us in the loop about that. Can find Cole on one of the many broadcasts that we'll see throughout the summer, both here in the PSCL and for the Palm Springs Power.
I think he's calling the Power game tonight.
He is.
But right now it's Russian Blue Sox 0-2 count. Swung on and missed. Bautista goes down swinging. Another strikeout for Trevor Morgan. Morgan's second of the afternoon. And here comes Santiago Duarte. After a couple pinch hitters in a row to start the inning, Santiago Duarte gets his fourth at bat. He's 2 for 3. Scored 2 times, has an RBI double. Watches a fastball low for ball 1. Duarte 2 runners on, second and third. After a single and a double. Duarte bashes that one out into left center field. Going back on it, that's going to get down into the wall. Mathieson gets it and throws it in, but 2 runners will score. RBI double, Santiago Duarte. He's got 3 on the night, or on the afternoon.
He's just taking advantage of mistakes that are up in the middle of the zone, and Morgan just leaves a pitch where he can get his barrel to, and Duarte doesn't miss it. That's the kind of guy you need in the middle of your lineup. But you see it right now on the scoreboard, 12 runs on 17 hits in a 7-inning game. The Rush came to play today, and they're showing off, still trying to hold serve in the North Division.
Rush with an 11-run lead. There's Solly Wenner coming up to the plate, takes a first pitch ball. He's 0 for 2, struck out in the 6th inning. Reached on a walk in the second. Second pitch catches the outside corner, strike 1. Scored in that 2nd inning too.
Absolutely. I misspoke. The Northern Division is not what we're talking. We're talking the Southern Division with the Rush and the Lumberjacks, with the Lumberjacks going to 7-0. The Rush hoping to make it 5-2. Just stay close to leading that division.
Rush with an 11-run lead. Wenner off the end of this bat. That's going to go into the net. 1-2 count, 2 outs here. Trevor Morgan trying to get out. Trying to get out of his 2nd inning of work. He's allowed 4 runs so far. But other than the 8th inning, or other than the 8-run 2nd inning, it's been solid so far for the Blue Sox. And for the Rush, Anthony Sanchez, really the star of the afternoon. 6 innings, looks like his afternoon's done after 90 pitches. Allowed just 1 run and struck out 11. Right now it's Solly Wenner with a 2-2 count, 2 outs, and a runner on second. That ball's going to go outside, and it'll be a full count.
If you're Solly Wenner at this point, you can think you just sit dead red on a fastball with the way that Morgan has been throwing it in.
3-2 count. Wenner right down Broadway, gets him looking. Fastball, 3rd K of the day for Trevor Morgan. He'll send the Rush to the dugout, but coming back out, they're looking for 3 more outs and their 5th win of the year.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Bottom of the seventh here in Palm Springs. The Rush up 12-1. And that's in no small part due to Anthony Sanchez, who is basically runaway player of the game for him. 6 innings, 3 hits, and a ton of ones on his line. 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk, and 11 Ks on 90 pitches. Here comes Joseph Cook. Cook's first pitch. Slight fly ball out into right field, diving catch. And that's House. He'll get that for the first out of the inning.
Doesn't get much better than 1 pitch, 1 out. You got to give House some credit for making the catch, but I don't think he got the read he wanted to. Looks like he took 1 step back before coming in, and he makes up for it and nonetheless makes a nice play to start off the inning well for Joseph Cook.
Pinch hitting for the Blue Sox. Cepeda's night is done, and Bode Grieve comes in. Sees a first pitch strike from Joseph Cook. Cook, another College of the Desert product, looking to close out this game, and fly ball out into center field. Going back on it is Anderson, and that's going to get over the fence. Home run for Grieve, and it's a 12-2 game. Grieve, the New Mexico State product, sends a home run to deep center field right there.
The reason why you see us so befuddled after that is it's a ball that's 95 miles an hour off the bat, and he hits it to the deepest part of the ballpark. Stephen, we talk about it a lot on any broadcast that's come here to Palm Springs Stadium, that this is a hard place to hit the ball out. And the fact that it just kept carrying and carrying, it just speaks to how well he hit that ball. The backspin on it was tremendous, and he hits it 375 out to the right center.
Yeah, it didn't look like that hard off the bat to go out, as that first pitch is a strike to Joshua Maness. And, I mean, I kind of lost it in this sky with the light blue sky, no clouds out there right now. And it looked like at first it was just going to be a high fly ball. It just kept carrying, and it's 400 to dead center field, about 10-foot walls. I mean, that's no cheap home run right there. Second pitch of the at-bat, single up the middle to center field. Back-to-back hits, and Michael Gonzalez will come on with a runner on.
With the way that hitters are going in today's day and age, Stephen, that almost speaks to it, is that you can give up a home run with that much speed and that much distance on it, and then you can turn right around, execute a pitch, and still not have it come out in your favor with the base hit up the middle that wasn't hit all too hard from Maness. But he'll take it, and he polishes off a 2-for-3 day for him, regardless of how the scoreboard looks.
Gonzalez coming in 0-for-2 with a couple Ks. Swings through the first pitch right there by Cook. He's got a runner on first. Again, that's Joshua Maness, his second hit of the game. And right now, Cook hoping for a ground ball or a couple quick outs, because he's 2 outs away from the Rush going to 5-2. That fastball catches the corner. It's an 0-2 count here. Again, the Rush up 12-2 right now. Allowed a run in the 4th, a run in the 7th. Other than that, it's been a lot of zeros for the Blue Sox offensively. Ball outside, it's 1-2. If Gonzalez reaches, That pitch gets by Quadras. Couldn't get on top of that one. Over to second, Manescos. That'll give Isaac Rodriguez a chance. As long as Joshua Maness doesn't get thrown out trying to go to third. 2-2 pitch, 1 out. Gonzalez again 0 for 2 so far today. Cook kicks and deals, and that's high for a ball. 3-2 count.
If you're a Cook at this point, you force the action. The last thing you want to do is keep your defense out there any longer, and obviously everybody knows he's trying to focus in on the zone. With a 10-run lead, you really just want to force barrels to move and let your defense work.
Cook misses the zone and gives up a walk. Up comes Isaac Rodriguez.
And if you're the Blue Sox, this is an opportunity to just get some guys feeling good going into tomorrow. You know, you came out today. It was a tough one after you had a lot of success. You know, you're staring down the barrel of a 4-2 record, but you still have a lot of things that are going well for you as a team. It's just sometimes it's one of those days. If you can tack on a couple here in the 7th, you feel a lot better heading into tomorrow.
Sorry, there's been a replacement. Isaac Rodriguez is out. It's Garrett Sloan who slaps a single up the middle. Runners will go station to station. Actually going home is Maness. Throw is cut off on the mound by Cook. Run will score. It's 12-3 now.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Sloan could be one of your guys tomorrow that gets a spot start, and he just feels a lot better about what he's doing if he's able to come through with an RBI just as he did.
Fred Ramos up with 2 on, 1 out. 9-run ball game here, 12-3. Rush just hoping to get the last 2 outs and go home with that 5-2 record. First pitch, slapped out in there. It's a deep right field. Going back on it is House. And that's going to go off the wall. 2 runs will score. Going into third with a triple is Fred Romas. And he's got his first hit of the game.
Yeah, it's just a fastball that's left over the heart of the plate, and I think this is a good time for a timeout from Zach Novus. Again, that you still have a touchdown lead. Let's not get anything confused, but you have allowed 4. You have a runner in scoring position, still only 1 out. You have a dangerous hitter and Noah Buford coming to the plate. This is a time where you need to have a talk with Cook and let him know, hey, you understand what's happening here. There's no need to panic, but there has to be a little more sense of urgency to get this one wrapped up, and you can polish off this win to head to tomorrow.
Cook got that quick first out, first pitch, fly out to right field, but since then, homer, single, walk, single, triple. And it's been 4 runs in the inning for the Blue Sox. They're not all the way back in it, but now it's a 12-5 game with 1 out. They've still got a lot of work to do to come back. They've got 2 outs to work with, and it's 10-1-2 if they could keep it moving coming up.
And the exciting part about this, it's not your typical 10-hitter. It's Noah Buford, who has impressed everybody around the building with his tools that he's flashed. He's played some good defense in right field, but he just as much as anybody.
Noah Buford out of Mississippi Valley State. 0 for 2 on the afternoon. He struck out. A chopper to shortstop. 1 run will come in. Throw down to first. It's the second out of the inning. Another 6-3 putout for Noah Buford. It's 12-6 now. But Joseph Cook could probably breathe a sigh of relief thinking he exchanged a run for an out in what has been a fairly lopsided game so far. Up to the plate is Matthiasen. Watches a first pitch ball in the dirt. Matthiasen, he's 0 for 3 on the night. 2 strikeouts, grounded out to short in the first inning to lead things off. 1-0 pitch. Comes in on him, almost hits him. Two 2-0 pitch. Joseph Cook on the mound again, looking to take the Rush to a 5-2 record. That one catches the corner. It's strike one. 2-1, 2 outs, nobody on for the Blue Sox. That one's high in there and going foul into the stands. 2-2 count. Blue Sox down to their final strike. Joseph Cook out of College of the Desert. Right-handed sophomore. Looking to close things out. 2-2 pitch. That's wide. It's ball 3. Full count. The Blue Sox down to their final pitch. If Joseph Cook can finish this. Catches the corner. Strike 3. Joseph Cook finishes the job. The rush after an explosion in the second inning. 8 runs. A couple in the 6th and 7th to pad on it. Take a 12-6 win. Anthony Sanchez will take home the win. 6 innings, 6 brilliant innings, 11 strikeouts, 1 run, just walked 1, and the rush will go to 5-2.
You know how hard it is in a 12-run, 17-hit explosion for your offense that you get a pitcher that we're selecting as the pitcher of the game, and for good reason. He was absolutely sensational. Mixed up that breaking ball, made it very tough on a Blue Sox team that came in as one of the best offensive teams in the PSCL. So it's a tough loss for the Blue Sox, but both these teams will continue to be in action. But this has to feel really nice for Zach Novus as they continue on a very strong first week as we conclude the doubleheader here in the PSCL for Week 2. It's been a blast. We've had 2 good baseball games to call, Steven, and I know after your first day, you're excited to see what else is going to be up here for the rest of the summer.
Yeah, PSCL done for the day. 2 games today. Blue Sox take home the loss. Rush take home their 5th win of the year. We'll be back at it tomorrow. But for right now, I'm Stephen Buxton, joined by EJ Sanchez, and thank you, everybody, for tuning in.